Welcome back to Jules Math Tools, where we make math easy. In this session, this is part 3 on adding a whole number and a mixed number. And in this example, we're going to be changing our whole number into a fraction and our mixed fraction into an improper fraction. And if you're ready to see how this is done, let's get started. So in our second example, or our second part of working out the same question, we went through the step where we changed our whole number into its fractional form. And I'm going to begin by doing that. And remember, we simply change our whole number into a fraction form by placing 1 in the denominator. Now we're going to be changing our mixed fraction in this step into an improper fraction. And we do that by multiplying the whole number to the denominator and then adding their product to the numerator. So 5 times 1 will give us 5, plus 4 will equal to 9, and that's fifth. So now that we have both of our fractions converted to our whole number to a fraction and a mixed number to an improper fraction, we're now going to go through the step of finding their LCD. Now remember that the LCD is simply the lowest common denominator or the lowest common multiple that our numbers in our denominator, which is 1 and 5, have in common. And we know the lowest common multiple for 1 and 5 will be the number 5. So since 5 is our LCD, we're now at this step going to be converting both of our fractions into their equivalent form where they both have 5 in the denominator. So let's begin with our 2 first. And remember that we're changing this to 5 in the denominator, and we know that 1 times 5 will equal to 5, and 2 times 5 will equal to 10. So we'll input that fraction back into our question. And now we're going to be changing our second fraction, which is our 9/5, to its equivalent form where it has 5 in the denominator. Now in this case, when you have a fraction where the LCM or the LCD already has that number in the denominator, what you need to remember is that the fraction is going to end up to be the same thing. And why I'm saying that is because we know that 5 times 1 is going to equal to 5, which means that 9 times 1 will also equal to 9. So which is why in most cases you're told that if the fraction already has the denominator of the LCD, you don't have to worry about changing the fraction because it's going to be the exact same thing. So now that we have both of our fractions with the same denominator, we're going to work out their numerators. So 10 plus 9 will equal to 19, and our denominator of 5 will remain the same. And remember that in any case, when you have a fraction that has the numerator larger than the denominator, you're going to have to change that fraction into its mixed fraction form so that your answer will be in its simplest form. Now remember to change your improper fraction into a mixed number. That means I'm dividing my denominator of 5 into my numerator of 19. And 5 divides into 19 3 times. 3 times 5 will equal to 15. And 19 subtract 15 gives us a difference of 4. So our mixed fraction for this fraction, 19/5, will be 3 and 4/5. So for this question, our solution is going to be 3 and 4/5. So we just worked out the same question in 3 different ways and still arrived at the same answer. So remember to always practice, practice, and practice. Play to your strength, but also work on your weaknesses so that you can become the great mathematician you were born to be. And when you're ready to learn more about fractions calculations, make sure to return back to Jules Math Tools, where we make math easy.